Welcome to Big Flats, Texas, episode 18. If you were following along, in the last episode you saw we were continuing this big hay contract on this field back here, and we definitely had some interesting times loading the hay onto the trailer. Be sure to check out the link to the full playlist in the description below, and I'll try to have a link in the comments as well. So lots of stuff going on here at the farm. Well, this is episode 18, so yes, there's been lots going on. In April, pretty much all we're doing is this big hay contract, although last episode we also did some fertilizing for our neighbor down yonder behind those trees over there. So this episode is going to be, if last episode is any guide, the fun of loading hay onto the trailer. Well, last episode it was mostly interesting because my plan didn't quite work out. My plan was to back this trailer up and unload it, but 7 bales, these are really big bales, and stacked 7 high on this trailer was, well, that was quite the thing. So what we'll be doing now is I'll be unloading them on the ground and using the wheel loader to get them up on there. It's because the store is a couple miles away, it's important that we make as few trips as possible. Running this thing down here, just 14 bales at a time, no. You spend half an hour just in driving time running back and forth. So this is the way to go, like this. And yeah, the stacking isn't the best. It's because, yeah, I tried. And to be fair, I got the trailer backed up. We got all, stacked, 2 stacks of 7 high. But the second that they got released from the trailer, it was chaos. So we'll be using the wheel loader to stack them from now on. For now, let's continue on. Whoops. And yeah, if you've been following along, it's definitely some interesting times here. And let's get this. Oh, that's right. Actually, we don't need. I forgot. We haven't finished baling it yet. We baled a few rows, and then I wanted. I need a tractor. I need a tractor for the baler. I hooked up the bale loader. I wanted to see how that was going to be loading that. Now that we know how to do it, because I wanted to see if my idea would work. It didn't really. Let's get back to baling. And also we hired a worker for some of the windrowing, so you can see all the missed spots here. I don't think this will be a problem. It's just that I want to keep whatever hay is left over after the contract. I want to keep for our cattle farm here, but that's inconsequential. It's hardly worth picking up, but I mean, we're right here. There's no reason we can't pick some of this missed hay up. Just run down here real quick and just pick up these. Oh wow, he definitely missed a little bit here and there. Should have windrowed it myself, but I was seeing to a contract down on the next field over fertilizing. They are kind of just little drips and drabs. When you look down here and add it up, it kind of adds up to something. All right, let's turn around and let's get it all baled, or mostly baled. I might switch back and forth, but let's get it at least more baled before we start loading it onto the trailer. I like to kind of mix it up so we're not just doing one thing at a time. I think it keeps it more interesting if we do a few things here and there. But there's no more contracts to pick up this month. We turned in the fertilizing contract that netted us, all said and done, what was it? About 41,000 minus, I estimate we probably put about 10,000 into the fertilizer for the field. So we probably made about 30 grand on it. Net, Last episode, we also got a new field tender auger wagon to fill our air cart with. The auger wagon that I was using to fill it was too much hassle. The auger on it was too long, and the way it folded, it was conflicting. It was like hitting the back windshield of the tractor, and it only held 8,000 liters. So the field tender we were using, its entire tank only filled half of one of the tanks of the air cart. Now we have a auger wagon, which is better. It's a John Deere as well, this one, and one tank of it will fill one tank of the air cart. Oh, look at all this missed hay. I didn't even really see all of this. This is why you should always do a job yourself. All right, I should probably work from the north here down to the south. Yeah, since we have the wheel loader and the trailer down here, I should work from this side toward the other side. I just noticed it's already 4:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, I've been at this, managing different things here, and I was just I was looking down here, and I was like, wow, the shadows are a little bit long. I'm just looking at that trailer, and that looks nice. I mean, they're stacked straight. I mean, they're stacked straight. There's uneven because of things that happened last episode, but I was thinking that looks nice. That's going to look a lot nicer hauling down to the store than that little red trailer with only 14 bales on it. Which, to be fair, there's only 14 on the trailer right now, but there's going to be there's probably room for another 20 or 30 on there. If we stock them right, there could be. The question is, once we get to the store, will I then have to wheel? Yeah, and that is a very good question. Once I get to the store, will I have to use the wheel loader to unload them? Which would kind of defeat the purpose, honestly, of using that trailer, because then I'd be making a trip with the truck and a trip with the wheel loader. Well, I'll pack as many as I can onto that trailer. But if we're going to do things, do it interesting, you know. What do they say on Mythbusters? If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That's kind of my motto. And yeah, that's the title for this video. I'm going to load that trailer to the gills. I cut the trips out of these episodes when I go to the store and back. I usually cut all that out, but you've seen enough of the drive probably to know it's a couple minutes each way. It's a lot of dead space when I'm doing this. A lot. I would probably spend half an hour with the size of this field. It's probably half an hour just in the travel time. At least half an hour doing 14 at a time to the store just with the loader. Yeah. I also discussed in the last episode, yeah, we're using our baler. This is a great baler right here, John Deere 100. It comes in like the pack is called John Deere balers. I recommend, I'll pull it back up here because I recommend downloading this. Just as a side note, John Deere balers, ARM team. These balers are really good. I recommend using them. I started using the rented equipment. There's like $100,000 Kuhn baler that they gave us as rental equipment for this contract, and it is crap compared to this. It was missing hay on the windrows. The pickup's not as wide as this one. This has like maybe half a meter wide pickup, which is just enough to not have to worry about going back to clean up missed spots. And it's a darn handsome baler, if you ask me. I like it. It's got character. But I discussed that a bit last episode. How many more rows we got? A few. We can stop and do some loading. After this row, we'll stop and do some loading. Oops. Get a crooked start off on the... Where is there a zigzag at the start of each of these windrows? I don't know. Oh yeah, who knows? Because the worker was doing these, so who knows what the worker was doing. I wasn't watching him. I was doing fertilizing on the other field while he was doing this. Man, this is a lot of bales. I mean, yeah, but but yeah. So after this row, it's going to be playing a little bit of bale Tetris to see how many we can get on that trailer. And it depends. Well, it just kind of occurred to me, could possibly, if I have to take the wheel loader down there, what if I saved enough space on the end of the trailer? No, that wheel loader's big. But that got me thinking. We've got money. It couldn't hurt to invest in a smaller loading implement. Yeah. I mean, this is a big farm. We always have need for more equipment. We only have one loader. I mean, we've got 2 semi-trucks, right? We've got like 5 tractors, something like that. I don't even quite know off the top of my head. We've got 2 semi-trucks. We only have one loader. It couldn't hurt to have a second loader anyway, a smaller one. Maybe we can, we can buy a smaller loader and have it waiting for us at the store. So in case we need it, we'll have it already down there. And then afterwards, we can take it to the main farm. So that way we'll have a loader at each farm. We have a semi-truck for each farm. I mean, right? So yeah, that makes a whole heck of a lot of sense. We can get a little... What can we get a telehandler for? Because I was thinking those are pretty high bale stacks. I was going to look at there's a cheap skid steer at the store we can buy. But what about telehandlers? Well, we can get one pretty cheap, but these bales are big and they're heavy. Yeah, well, we can counterweight this. Yeah. I don't like the way this one works, though. I like 4-wheel steering on my telehandlers. That's a lot of money. So here's our options. We could lease one. We could lease one for the job, which could be efficient, although it'd be handy to have one for ourselves. There's a cheap skid steer that we could buy. They have an old used Massey Ferguson skid steer. I'm not sure it can reach high enough to do what we want to get off this trailer. It's just, yeah, I was thinking about going to the store. I was like, I could load this in the back of the trailer, but then I was like, no, this is a big wheel loader. It would take up a lot of real estate. Right, yeah, we're doing this with these auto load bale spikes. I don't need to. I'm decent enough with the bale spike, but you know how long it would take to, yeah. Oh, I just remembered the plan. Here's what we're going to do. Let's park this here. Park this here just for the moment. Nope, I could have left that running. Park that there. Let's bring them over with the... Yeah, let's do this as efficiently as possible. Let's bring them over with the loader, and then that way the wheel loader only has to function, only has to work in one place. And yeah, it would be cool. So, someone commented on a recent video about help on the farm. Yeah, it would be cool if there's another person here that could do one thing while unloading the trailer. Man, that would make a lot of sense. But for now, it's just me on the farm. Whoops. Yep. I mentioned that last video as well. Something I didn't think about with this 8330, I put wider tires on the rear, and that is actually causing some snags, pun intended, in getting the bales loaded on this trailer, as the rear tire likes to catch on them. See, I straighten the bale out with the front tire and the bumper, and then sometimes the rear tire will catch it and throw that all off. I might move this back to standard size tires. I wasn't thinking about that. So you get them all straightened out, and then a lot of times the rear tire will catch it. So let's bring them over there with this, and then that way the wheel loader can just operate in one place. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I'm going to put standard tires back on this, which I could do now, but I kind of want to get this done. We have a workshop here at this farm that we could do this at, and I will probably once I get a moment. Oh, we got some bales over here too. So we got room for 4 more. Oh, there's 4 more in this row. Perfect. Yeah, aside from the rear tires being wider than the front, and that's very inconvenient for baling. Aside from that, this tractor is perfect for baling because of its speed running down the field. Just that split second, the speed of the tractor cuts off, in just up and down the field even. Just a split second here or there. really makes a big difference. So let's get this down here and unloaded. And I am going to have a look at going back to standard tires because, yeah, again, this comes down to the same thing. Just a couple, when you're trying to keep motion going down the field, just shaving a little bit of time here and there while loading the bales would help. And them getting hung up on the rear tire is not helping. So let's just park this here. So it's convenient for the wheel loader. Let's get this folded back up. And I'm going to haul that tractor down there. Anything that saves time is worth it. The workshop is right up there in that building. Let's see here. Let's just... If I go down to standard tires, yep, that's what we want. That was the issue right there. See that right there, it was catching on the bales. So we're just going to do that little number there. And something as simple as that is going to save us a lot of time. I put the wider tires on it because, well, everything this is Texas. Everything's big here. The farms are big, the tractors are big, and I got plenty of room, so I was like, well, let's have more traction, bigger tires. But when you're baling, you don't, yeah. So let's get back down here and let's use the wheel loader and see how creative we can get here. And then we'll get back to baling some more. Yeah, I tried to stack that on the trailer, and about the first thing that happened was what you can imagine. It fell over. All right, so here's where we get creative. Yeah, those being in there sideways kind of... That's in the middle where there's only 3 bales there, I can't turn these around on the side, so... Nothing I can do about that. Not with this bale spike I have. I can't do anything about that. Let's go around to the other side. Now, one trick to doing this is to strap the bales in as you go. That way when I load these, I'm not knocking over what I already have stacked there. It's a very nice little trick. Get out and strap them down as you go. And then we'll see about, because we might need a loader at the other end at the store. So let's hop out. Let's hop in here. There. Always redo your straps so that you're not knocking over what you already had stacked. Yeah, let's get these on here. I might be able to stack. I don't see why I can't stack these 6 high, get as many on here as possible. I'm not used to operating big equipment, so I'm not a fan of the articulated. I like the 4-wheel steering of telehandlers better. Things like this. All right. Yeah, it's worth it to do this every time. Get those strapped in. And what we can do is... Yeah, I got an idea how we're going to do this. Let's get this moved down here, and let's get 3 more. Yeah, it's not as straight as I wanted, but straight enough. And see, man, these piles up fast, and we don't even have half the field baled yet, let alone a fraction of it down here yet. That would have been a lot of trips with that little red wagon there. All right, oh yeah, so here I'm going to do it the other way, see if that works, because I'm not sure I can reach up high enough to stack these on top from the ground. So wow, that actually worked. That actually worked. And so we can stack them 5 high. Well, now we know that. It only straps up to 5 high. So it looks like our 7 high idea I had originally in the first place, it wasn't going to work anyway. Just, 7 high, unloading them directly from the... I can't even get that one. Well, if it falls off, we'll get it. Alright, so we can only go 5 high. Or at least that's how it looks, So let's just put the next stack 5 high. Come on, get up there. Oh, it's too far actually. There we go. Good enough. Close enough. Yep, getting more crooked as we get to the end. Well, what am I hung up on? Really? Yes, really. That can happen too. Don't park too close. Is it just me, or is that trailer so top heavy? Yeah, that just occurred to me. Just now when I untied the straps, I saw the trailer torque, and that reminded me this is going to be very tricky to drive down there with as much weight as we have up high as we do. I might have kind of loaded myself into a pickle here. It's one of those things you don't really think about until you start going down the road. That trailer could be incredibly top heavy. So let's maybe not stack them as high as we possibly can. Alright, now let's go get some more bales. We can fit at least another load from the bale loader on there. So that's that's 28 bales, I guess, because, yeah, that should be 28 bales because that's 2 loads of the... Should have did my math like that. I was trying to divide the capacity on there by like 9,000 for each bale, but the math is much simpler than that. It's 2 bale loader loads, so that's 28 bales on there. I think we can fit another load. This contract is turning out to be an epically huge task. In episode 16, at the end, I said, "Oh, I'll finish this up on my own," and it was not until after I finished saying that and moving on, I was like, "Wait a second! I still have to windrow and bale and then load all of this." And I was thinking, "Oh, geez, should I have taken this contract?" Well, it's fun and we're making money. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about. I've never tried loading onto a flatbed not like this much amount. Especially the weird way that I started trying to do it. Trying to find the ways I could to save time. This is my first real actual successful cattle farm. Well, it's going to be a successful cattle farm. And so I don't have as much experience moving hay. Oh, we got a lot of bales hiding down here. So 5 more of these rows. Which is, it's way more bales than you think it's going to be. We're going to have some kind of loader at the store to get those off. Where the bale sell point is here in Big Flats, Texas, because of where it is, we can't just pull a truck up beside it, and we're going to have to unload them into the bale point. It's a kind of bale unload point where you have to back into it, and so we're going to have to get them off the trailer. So we will need some equipment at the sale point to unload. So I'm trying to decide, do we want to you can buy a cheap skid steer, which could be useful to have on the farm anyway, or we could rent a telehandler. It's a good call, a good question, and I don't know why did I, hang on, there we go. I picked up the pickup folded up for some reason. And somehow we have some hay here. Yeah, these darn workers. Alright, now we can start down this row. After this row here, we'll run another load of the wagon over to the trailer. Yeah, may as well. After this row, I'll grab the bale loader. We'll run another 14 bales onto that trailer, and That'll be good. We'll take that to the store, and that's when I'll find out how top heavy is that trailer. You know, it's crazy. It wasn't. Yeah, we were kind of like out of bales on the field, and now all of a sudden there's. They collect really fast. Let's get this and these 2 bales here. I mean, we still got daylight. Nothing says we have to stop when the sun goes down. I usually do, just because field work is easier during the day, but this is not something like, yeah, it's not like other field work. This is not hard to do in the failing light of the afternoon. All right, so let's load some more bales on here. I think this trailer will do that truckload, and then we'll see. But wait, let's pull this up here. We'll see, but I don't think that this will unload at the store, but we can try. I don't know if it'll leave the bales hanging like it did that one time. Yeah, now they fall down. Oh, they're going to fall down anyway. All right, no worries. So let's just put these behind the other bales. Huh, I didn't strap those in? No, I did. They're just in between straps. Yeah, I might find that stacking them 5 high was not the best move. Let's try a little maneuver. There we go. Give us some more room to fit. Well, as many as we can on there. How many we got left? Enough that it'll make this interesting. Got room on the flat part of the trailer? Well, I'll make sure we do. So, episode 18 of Big Flats, Texas, and pretty much just bale work. But it's interesting, it's fun. There's always challenges around every turn just doing the bales. That's okay. There we go. There's been episodes that were just harvesting, and while there's always something going on, I'll say that this is the most brain power I've had to use, is trying to figure out how to get as much on here as possible so we make as few runs as possible to the store, while at the same time trying not to waste time, because if we waste time, we may as well just have done it in a different way. So let's try to keep these. That is the problem with this. And I'll see if I can put the next 2 up there and then push them back. But we'll have to unload them and then push them with the tool, because the spikes on this bale spike I don't recommend. I don't like finicky. It's kind of finicky, and I don't like messing with it. I'd honestly kind of rather just have a manual spike. The problem with this bale spike, the spikes don't have collision, so you have to use it auto load. There's no way around it that I know of. I kind of rather, and sometimes just use a standard one. But I have this for reasons. I don't have it because it's easier. Quite the contrary. I have it because it's kind of the only bale spike I have. I don't like the other one. So, whoops, let's not snag on them. Oh, let's keep them from falling apart. There we go. We got room for 3 more bales. I'll find room for 3 more bales. And because those spikes don't have collision, and they basically, I'll try, but because they only auto load and there's no collision, I can't pick up the bales long ways. Unless I want to go to the store and buy another bale spike. Yeah, I just kind of didn't choose exactly wisely on bale spike, I'll admit. Yeah, see, so you can't, there's nothing I can do about that. So, we'll have to figure out how to do this. Oh, there's 4, not 3. Just grab 2 at a time. You know? Oh, I see. We can fit 4 more on there if we're sneaky. Yeah, this trailer load started off poorly because of the stack that fell over. So we're going to put these in here. If I was better articulated wheel loaders, this would be a little... Now here's how we're going to do this. Carefully is how we're going to do it. Very carefully. Now we need to back this up. We can't strap those down with this near the truck, so we got to back it up. There we go. Yeah, well, it works. Fewer trips to the store and more fun on the field trying to figure this out. All right, 2 more, and they'll go right in that hole. We'll run these to the store and see. Now, let's make sure I turned that off. Did I turn off the... Yeah. Because you don't want to wheel this over there and have the... Yeah, have it turn out automatically pick up bales. I picked this bale spike because it looked prettier than the one in the game, and the spikes fold up. Having the spikes fold up is really handy for pushing stuff, you know, turning it into a pushing implement. But I didn't count for the auto load feature being so annoying. I don't have auto load trailers. I generally don't use that feature because it can be annoying. Oh wow, look at that. I think we got it right where we want it. As long as those don't fall. Nope. Oh my gosh. That looks ridiculous, but it works. 36,000 liters of hay. Now, we have to take these turns very carefully. I sense that could be an issue. I mean, our tractor only weighs, what, like... Well, it weighs a lot, but those bales far outweigh this by, like, 4 times over. Hey, cattle. Like, come back here with our food. No, your food's in the silo. Your food's in the silo, cows. Alright, careful on the turn. I just had this nagging feeling that it might want to tip. Who's to say if it actually would? You know, I just noticed it looks like one of our ramps is like busted on the back of the trailer there. What's up with that? Must have got hung up on the bales or something. Alright. Into traffic. Well, I don't see any traffic. Not really. Easy around the turn. Whoa, look out, car. So this is 3 loads with that. I think it's 3 loads with the wheel loader. I believe so. So that's 42 bales on here. Yeah, that would be 42 bales. Wow. 14 multiplies really fast. I mean, it's only 14 per load of the thing, but I was like 14 times 3. I was like, crap, that is 42. Wow, that is a lot of bales. Now, so the sell point is that little garage over there. So now, if you didn't already know, now you see why this could be an issue. I'm not sure that... Yeah, see, this is not the kind of sell point where you can just drive up with the semi and unload. We might need some equipment down here to do this. Let's see. I want to get in position before I cut the straps. And let's just see here. But I predict... Okay. Well, you know, we might actually be able to finagle this without having to lease equipment. All right, I was a little bit worried about that. We're just going to have to kind of turn around in the grass here because of where the trigger is. Yeah, and you know, you see this towering trailer of hay, and I was thinking, yeah, I don't know about this. We can just pull through here, I think, and get the front part of the trailer, front of the placey place. Those are up too high. What, ain't that just... All right, so let's get back. I'm going to stop back by the main farm. We're going to go into April 2nd and work in daylight for the rest of the bales, and I simply won't be loading it on the front of the trailer like I did there, so I can avoid, you know, having to do what I did just there. What we'll do is I'll just back it in for the back half of the trailer, pull it through for the front half of the trailer, and we'll be good to go. So I'll meet you guys back at the main farm for the morning of April 2nd. All right, welcome to April 2nd. We got daylight to work with again. So today we get this finished up here. Now that I've got down how we're going to load these, and we don't have a messed up stack to start with on the truck, and that was definitely faster. That would have been 3 runs back and forth with the JCB hauling that little red trailer, and I think, oh, we left the lights on the JCB overnight. Well, it'll be fine. That would have been 3 runs with that down to the store, and I think that the time we saved doing this was worth it. Besides, it was more fun. It was more fun figuring out how to do all of that. We don't need our lights on anymore. So let's get... So we know we can definitely put 3 trailer loads. We won't load on the front of the trailer anymore. And yeah, this can go a lot faster. We can stack them 5 high. Actually, it looks like we could stack them 6 or 7 high technically, even though the strap doesn't show they were strapped on. None of them fell off, but our wheel loader only has so much reach. 5 high is kind of stretching it as far as reaching from the ground. We'll probably do 3 high from the ground. I'll do 1 row at a time, 3 high, and then maybe drive up on the trailer for the 2 on top. We'll see how that works. And let's see. Oh yeah, we got more bales. We got more bales. Oh, we only got 3 rows left to bale. You know, I kind of saw last episode, I was just remembering last episode when I was ending the episode, I alluded to possibly selling the soybeans soon. Well, yeah, in June. But it looks like this baling is taking up, because I just now looked at the time, this baling is taking up, everything takes more time than you think it's going to take. This field is, well, it's a good size field. I believe it's, oh, it's not 6, it's almost 8 hectares. 8 hectares, that's like 24 acres. No, that's not. I keep doing that wrong. It's 20 acres. And when you get out on the field, you start to realize, oh yeah, that's a lot of bales. There's a bale like every 50 feet on this field. So let's get this down to the flatbed. Now, of course, the question is, can we fit 3 of those trailers only on the flat part of this trailer, or the low part of this trailer? Well, yeah, I think so. If we do a little tighter than we did last time. No, I don't think we can get 3. No, there's not enough room. Not even hanging off the edge, so... Yeah, not even if they were stacked perfectly. And how high up can we go? We could put 2, or if we had to, we could stack them 6 high there. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. If we want to get 3, of those bale loader loads on here, you know, if we want to get 42 bales on there, we're going to have to go higher without going onto the front, that is. Now, dare I try to fix this? I'm not sure I'll even reach that high. Oh, there we go. Yeah. This has turned out to be quite the chore. I'm not sure. Well, no, I am sure. I did not realize how big a job this was when I took it on. I definitely did not realize how big a task this was going to be with everything that it's involved so far. So I'm going to make runs down these 3 windrows here. Let's see if we can get an idea how many bales we got. We got 1, We got 3 down there, I think. We got 3 down there and 2 there. And let's say we put out 4 to 5 bales per run. That's maybe 2 more loads. We might be able to get this in 2 truckloads. We might. I mean, 2 truckloads total. We might be able to make 1 more trip to the store. But more than likely, it's probably going to take 2 more runs with this semi down to the store, with the flatbed, that is. All right, and we are on the last row of hay now for the baler. Once this is done, well, that puts us good until next month. I did check the store. There's no used equipment there's no good deals on used equipment this month, so that's kind of gonna be it for April once we can get all this down there. So we're done with the baler. Yeah, I think we are. Let's get this guy folded up, and let's grab our wagon here, get the rest staged by the wheel loader. Let's move this out of the way over here where it won't get in. Yeah, where it won't get in the way. Whoa. What? Are you kidding me? Wait, we build all of these at 240 centimeters. Yeah? I mean, yeah. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. We built all these at 240 centimeters. I set that before we started the baler. Did I not? See, I'm pretty sure that I did. Maybe that was just random. What is this? I'd have to go back and watch episode 17 to see, but I am almost. That's the first thing I did, was change the size on the baler. So here's what happened. Now that I have edited both of these videos and I've seen, yes, I did set the baler to 240 centimeters before I even started. And yes, I picked up my John Deere, and yes, I put it at 240 centimeters before I even started. But if you watch episode 17, you will see that when I started, there was about 200 or 300 liters of hay in it. And since it had like 0.1% of a bale started, it baled the first bale at 220 centimeters. And that was the bale that was sitting at the end of that row that I said, watch this bale. So, mystery solved. And it looks like we've got 1 more load. Yeah, I think so. 1 more trailer load of this. It could all fit on this semi, actually. I mean, you know, I keep kind of going back and forth on that. It'd be really tough. I don't think it's worth it. I think let's load the semi. Let's load the flatbed just kind of like, yeah, casually, and just do. It'd be worth it to make 1 extra trip with it. So all that's left now is loading these bales, and then we can move on probably into June and do our soybean sale, and then we will have some things to work with. So next episode, that's what we're going to be doing. The next episode, we are going to June and our big soybean sale, which is just going to be absolutely massive. It's going to be our biggest harvest profit yet. It's almost hard to remember when that was that we harvested the soybeans. That was back last summer. That big soybean harvest is going to finally come into fruition next episode. Guys, thanks so much for watching. You can always check out the previous episodes. There's a link to the playlist in the description below. I'll try to have one in the comments as well. Be sure to leave your input in comments below, and leave me a like if you like the video. And is it a second bale, or did I accidentally grab the outlier? I think that's the one that nah, that one's over there. I think there's somehow two. Well, anyway, I got all distracted by that. Yeah, so subscribe to more and for more, and follow along with the series. There's a lot more going on here in Big Flats, Texas, as we try to build the biggest farm in the township. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching.